Hi, Carson people. How are you guys doing? I hope all of you guys are doing well. So I'm here to address more of parents, or a mother who are raising special needs child or children. So here's a disclaimer, because I am one of them, and I don't want to sound judgy, because I want to talk more about those who like make content around it. Okay, make content around their children, how they are raising them, how the advocating pretty much for them, I guess. And God really just put in my heart this for the longest time, since actually the time that I've discovered the diagnostic of my child, for my son. So God put for me this word, but at the same time I didn't want to put it out there, because I was like, we are different, and each and every one of us, we react to that diagnostic differently, because it's not first of all of us, we know that it's not easy to raise especially child. It's not easy, and sometimes people out there, they don't understand us. Sometimes people out there, you can tell them like, oh, my child is going through this, but they really don't they really don't see, they really don't feel what you feel, and something like that. And maybe because of that, most of you guys decided to do those content so that you will show people actually what you are going through, right? So for me, I didn't want to say this word that God put in my heart, because I didn't want to make you guys feel like, oh, you guys are doing something wrong about doing content around your child, or stuff like that. But lately, God has been really pressing that in my heart to just put it out there. And I really want you to understand that it does not come from a place of judging or anything like that. All right. So the first thing that happened to me when we discovered the diagnostic of my child, when I went on YouTube, like just to have an idea. So my son is in the spectrum, okay, autistic spectrum. Thank God is really moving in his life, right? He was in the severe case, but right now he's a high functioning, so he's pretty much independent. He's talking and stuff like that, because he wasn't talking as well. But by the grace of God, and thank God, he's been really progressing perfectly, so I thank God for that. But when we discovered his diagnostic, I went, because I didn't know what was autism. I didn't have no idea what was that. And as we all know, the doctor also, they don't much know about that. They don't know what make the child to be autistic, or what happened in the belly or after the belly. So they don't really know. So I just decided to go, on YouTube. We were on Google, and I decided to go on YouTube, and I saw that there were a lot of content about, women that were talking about their children being autistic, and some of them, they were so graphic, like really graphic, that literally plunged me like I was in the deep. Like I went like I was depressed. I was literally depressed, because I was like, God, my child is gonna be this way, because these women, like what they were putting out there, it was super graphic, and then you're like, my goodness, so that's how I'm gonna raise my child. That's how my child is gonna be. So I was really depressed, crying every single day, like literally making my husband uncomfortable, because that was our first child. So making my husband uncomfortable, because I was really in the deep, in the low of the lows, okay? But at the same time, I was like, okay, well, maybe me too, I need to document, my son journey, and then put it out there, and then, maybe it's gonna make me feel better. But then when I was praying, God told me not to do it. God told me I can take videos of him as we go, just to see how he's progressing. But God told me, instead of putting his video out there, to concentrate in his case, like to concentrate in what is important, which is him. All right, because like most of the time when we become a content creator about a subject, we are so concentrating about doing a content, like, oh, what can we post today, what can we put out there today. We are so in deep about creating a content that we actually forget what is important. Okay, and this is our child is the what is important, is the most important. So something I wanted to tell mothers that doing content around their children diagnostic, like to really be careful that you don't lose that focus on your child. child, and your focus is more turned about making content, what to post and stuff like that, make sure that your focus, your primary focus, stay with your children, okay? Because that's what God told me. Say that I will not do any content on Facebook because I needed to focus on my child, and that's what I did, you know. And for me it was like, well, if someone don't understand that I am going through hard time right now, well, that's on them. I don't want to make us, like, as I said, a lot of us, we need the support outside because we're putting our child content outside so that people from outside will tell us, you know, we encourage us, okay, with the words that they will send us, or, you know, that we affirm what we are going through and stuff like that. And me, God told me that if people don't understand what you are going through, that is okay. That is okay as long as your focus is on your child. And that's what I did. I was concentrating on my child. And a lot of people didn't know what even I was going through with my child, okay? And that is one. So make sure that your focus stay on your child than on the content, on, oh, I need to produce today, what am I going to put today, what am I, so make sure that you stay, look for the way of helping your child, look for what to do to improve your child condition and stuff like that. So that is one. And the second thing that God told me that I needed to share with you mothers who do content around your child diagnostic or case is to stay away from sharing the personal life, okay? Like the private part of their life. What I'm trying to say is this, is like, when a lot of parents, like, they like to post, oh, you know, when your child maybe is grown and doesn't know how to go to the toilet yet, and he make a mess, you know, he went for the number 2, and he make a whole mess in the toilet and stuff, and you guys video that part and then post it on social media. You guys stay away from doing that. Or if your child having a tantrum, like, and then acting like badly, and you guys video it and post it, I mean, stay away from doing that. God told me, what if one day, as my child right now, my son, he talks perfectly. My son, he sometimes he even recalls things that I was going through with him, because there were times that I was so broken that when my son would come, because he used to make this sound, like, that sound was annoying. I'm not even gonna lie. That sound was annoying, heartbroken. So he would come close to me, he'd be like, and it was annoying. And sometimes, and I'm being transparent, I'm not even gonna lie to you. And sometimes I would be like, push him away, like move away from me, like, because yeah, I did that to myself, because sometimes it was a lot. It was a lot, and he would come to me, I would be like, and today my son really reminds me of those moments. And the first time he did remind me about that really broke my heart. Like, I cried so badly, and I asked God to forgive me, because, you know, my child was like, Mom, do you remember when you pushed me that time when I was 3-year-old or 2-year-old? I'm like, you know, this broke my heart. It did broke my heart, because right now he understand, and he remember it, and he didn't like that. And I had to say sorry to David. I had to ask him to forgive me. I said, David, I was going through myself a lot, so I asked to forgive him, and I asked God to forgive me. It really did break my heart. So God told me to tell you, like, you guys prevent yourself, like, stop yourself from posting those private part of their life out there, because one day, if by the grace of God, your son recover from this situation. I was talking with this woman like 2 days ago, and she was saying that, oh, you know, you cannot recover from autism. And I'm like, no, everything is possible with God. Everything is possible with God. And if you go on Google and you read, there are people who are losing their diagnosis, autistic diagnosis. They are losing it, and they're not even Christian like that. They don't even pray about it like that, and they literally improve until they lost that diagnosis. They did, and until now, doctor even don't know how that happened. So I was telling that mother that it is possible, because with our God everything is possible. And your child, and I'm praying, me too, I'm praying for my child that one day, the next time, or we go for because we have his evaluation every end of the year. And I'm like, one day I'm praying too that when we go to the evaluation, that he will lose that diagnosis. That is my prayer every day, because I know it is possible. If other people are going through it, if other people are losing that diagnosis, my son too can lose that diagnosis, and your son too can, your daughter too can. I mean, I'm saying son because it's most of the time, I don't know why it's boys that are going through that, but I know that there's girls that are going through that too. So your child, I will say, may lose that diagnosis too. So imagine one day, by the grace of God, they lose that diagnosis and they go on YouTube and they saw all those private parts of their life you posted. You really think that they will be happy about that? I don't have a problem with you documenting it, like document it and keep them for them, because I did that for my son too. I document stuff that he did and I keep that for them. And sometimes I show him, I say, hey David, look what you were doing, look. And sometimes he's like, wow, he's amazed about what he was doing, but I did not put it out there. And my son was small, and he's 8 years old right now, and thank God that he's improving at this time. But you guys, your sons are 10, they are 12, they are 16, and you are just like pushing all the mess that they are doing out there on social media. So imagine one day their recovering happened and they saw all that. You really think that they will be happy about it? Nobody will ever be happy that we put their mess out there. So please, you stop yourself from doing that. I don't care if your family member don't believe what you're going through, or your friend don't believe what, that is on them. But you don't have to put all this so that you can show the world, yeah, I'm really going through this. You don't need approval. You don't need, to justify yourself or to prove yourself to anybody. Concentrate on your child. Pray for your child. And, God can move on your behalf. And I don't have a problem you advocating for your son or for your daughter or for your child. I don't have a problem with that. You can do it. Every day you come and tell it, and then share without maybe showing. Share maybe what you have learned, the progress of your child. And I think that most of the things that I shared about my son is when he was making progress, when he started reading. I posted it, oh, David is reading now, and stuff like that. And I used to post it because those are positive. Okay, those are positive. And even if you grow and you see that, oh, mom was posting me learning how to read, that is amazing. You know what I'm saying? So let's really prevent ourselves from doing that. And God put this word in my heart for the longest, and I stopped myself from doing that because I didn't want to break any parent's heart, because I know it's hard. It's really hard what we're going through. It is really hard, but by the grace of God, God is renewing our strength every single day. So so I just wanted to share that with you out there. All right, may God bless you. I've been praying for you. Pray for me too, because my son is doing progress, but sometimes he still has his moments. But let's hold each other in prayer, and God is going to move for our children. Okay, God bless you. Don't forget, stay in or join the race. Let's do it.